Yo, what's up? What's up? So I just noticed that Gemini 3 just dropped. I see it in my VsCode terminal. I just tested it, and so I was like, yo, this is a perfect opportunity for a video. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and start looking at Gemini 3 in action. And here we go. Nice transition. So I already set enable, and I said the server's taking forever to respond. And so basically, the issue that I'm running into is, at least on my UI side, these things are taking forever. And so I have a TypeScript server and a Rust server. So it's telling me to start the Rust server. And then I don't do the benchmark stuff. I don't do the draw me like a globe spinning and stuff like that. I think that's ridiculous. When I test models, I put them in VS Code, or I put them in Klein, or I put them in root code, or I put them in open code, and I see how they work in my code base. That's I don't know how else you test models. And some models, like Claude's very good at, if you just give it context, it'll just start working and find everything around it. Other models, if you don't give it any context, it'll start at the beginning and figure out where it needs to go. That's what this is doing right now. So I'm gonna give it some direction. Let's say stop. Yeah. So I don't know if it's VS Code or the models, but they make it hard to stop. And it's already making changes to something. It's already looking inside the API folder. Wow. Examining excludes node modules for tsconfig. Found that issue. There's a lot of bugs in this code base where it's like, because it's evolved, it's almost 2 or 3 years old, and so there's a lot of configuration in here that needs to be tracked and updated. I think that's what it's noticing, is that there's some issues here. Zeroing in on tsconfig. Exclude UI API. Oh, interesting. So it's setting up my TS linting properly. That's good. I've been noticing issues with that. It doesn't really help solve my issue, but it might. So I'm going to stop this server. See what it does. So the prompt was server's taking forever to respond. TypeScript, restart TS server. TypeScript server was hanging because tsconfig was trying to index the entire repo, including node modules in the UI. Interesting. Restart TS server. And this should drastically improve performance. So do pm dev. And just see where we end up. Put that there. And refresh on my side. Should see the logs coming through. And okay, that's good. think it's still taking forever to respond though. Yeah, there's a request timeout here. So I'm just gonna drop this here. Let's see where it goes. Slow response time, TypeScript servers, initial analysis, default. Okay, there we go. Already looking where it needs to look. This is pretty good. This is like a faster Claude Sonnet mixed with the tool use of GPT-5, 5.1 codecs, and the I don't know how long it'll work independently, but it seems like it's doing all the above. All the above. I don't need it to make a super sweet UI. Like, I don't know if you noticed the real engineering issues aren't building a super sweet UI. Like, you can do that with the free open source models. The real problems are like, hey, my architecture's not working, or that my server's not responding properly, or this data structure isn't properly mapped. Like that's where the real issues are. Network issue, cores problem. I don't know if that is it. We fixed cores. So we don't refine agenda. Yeah. And let's see, generate SDK. Yeah, but that's not the issue because we have it right here. We generated right here. Oh, you know what? No, that's not an issue either because we're port forwarding here. Yeah, it's looking at the root cause. Oh, it could be a database lock. Nope, it's not a database lock. Don't look at that ID. It's interesting looking at the thoughts as it tries to solve these problems. Huh. Let's see. Oh, interesting. I don't know if that's proper. So because we use this. Oops, I always hit the wrong file. And this. I know this isn't the video for this, but some other time I might demo the architecture that this has. It's a bit convoluted. It's not straightforward. The performance is, which is why the bottleneck is they're confusing. Um, yeah, because this just started like within the last 24 hours, and I think it has something to do with how we've been building RSPack, because we made changes. Whatever this is. Yeah. Shooting in the wind. What's this? API config. Oh, this is what I've been waiting for. It's like, how do I do this? I didn't know that we had that. It's not good. That explains a lot of what I've been seeing. I've been noticing like weird API calls going to like the production server when it shouldn't be. Wow, this just said I'm a little concerned. I reviewed all changes based on the client. Discovered template, dashboard TSX, making the updates here. Very cool. Wow. Oh, right here, another hard-coded local. Bunch of them. Interesting. Maybe this could be the issue. I doubt it, but recognizing, adjacent bugs and fixing them, I'll take it. Wow. You said the initial concept is clear. And Google did something good with this one. It might be worth the $15 per million tokens. Okay, I don't think this is the actual issue, but I think it is a good start of trying to fix bugs in the code base. Yeah, this is really good. This is really good. The thing is like I don't need this to solve the algebraic formulas for the conception of the universe, right? Like I just need it to stop making stupid bugs in my code. A lot of this is cleaning up like what other models have left behind, right? And it's not really worth it. Like you going through and trying to make these updates, you can. But if you have a model that's just going to look through it and find it for you using the LSP inside like your terminal, not inside your terminal, inside your IDE, like why not use that? I'm kind of getting frustrated that models are, if you notice, a lot of models are kind of like refusing to use the tools that are given to them because they prefer like using the shell or using sed commands or stuff like that. I personally like when models prefer to use the tools that are given to them. So I like that Google's kind of focused on getting that right. Hitting a roadblock in package JSON. Yeah, so the UI is not going to have a package JSON because it's not its own project. Yeah, there you go. PNPM workspace. There you go. I'm puzzled. It doesn't need a package JSON to be a workspace. So I do notice that a lot of models, when they find things that are like outside of the training data that they've been trained on, but things that like legit, like technically work based on specifications, um, they get confused, which is strange because you would think they would take the new information and put the pieces together, but that's where it's artificial intelligence. It's not real intelligence. Let's see, I still don't see it. This contradicts my understanding. Yeah, see. Verify the details, and all this is working. Like, there's no issue with this that I've had before. I've just told it my server is giving me slow load times. Still doing a bunch of updates. See if I have any errors and how this is making changes. Yeah, wow, 35 errors. No, this guy fucks some shit up. Should I just tell it? Hey man, you made some errors. Template dashboard. Wow. All right, I'm gonna keep it just to say screw it, and then now that we have good errors solving here, which is really cool because before I wasn't able to get both, so I had to open up separate workspaces. So I like that. We'll go ahead and fix this. And we'll see where it gets at the end of this. I'm not assuming that you know how to code by watching this. I'm not taking the time to explain this. Hello, Harish. Thanks for watching, man. Yep. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask it. But I have it on my small screen, or at least I'm watching. So I don't like how it's kind of overthinking some of this. I notice these big models are doing that. I know they're trying to like consider every option, but I'm pretty sure at the end of this, it's going to give me a fully fledged model. I'm almost positive that this model has a TypeScript, or at least it ships with I wouldn't doubt that it ships with V8, if not inside of it, very close to it. Created. Let's see what we get. I have this all committed to Git, so don't worry. It's going to check and make sure that the file is gone. So the tool call response from the shell to the model is still, it's not good, but I don't think that's a model issue. File is deleted. Go ahead and recreates it. And it looks like all the errors are gone. Look at that. Wow. In terms of what changed, only a couple things changed. So this is for like a UI dashboard that we're building. I do have these described inside of Cannel. It's not the biggest issue to solve. We could import them or not. I've been less and less hard hitting where the types stay versus where you put them. Oh, they gotta go. Peace.